everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Jackie. I hope you hit that subscribe button to be notified whenever I upload a new video. Hello! So today's video I wanted to share my summer TBR list, also a summer reading vlog. So these are all the books that I want to read before summer ends, so they're like set in the summer or perfect summer reads. So I have them right here, and I also have two more in the mail coming to me, so hopefully they get here so I can finish off that. But so far this is what it looks like, so I'm super excited to be reading these, and I just love summer books. I've read quite a few recently, so I'm on a summer book kick. But here's the rest of the summer books that I want to get through. So the first is The Roughest Draft by Emily Wibberley and Austin Sigmund Broca, I believe. So this is a cute read, and I heard it's similar to Beach Read and Book Lovers, I believe, by Emily Henry. And if you watched my last reading vlog, you saw how much I loved those. So this is a good read after you finish those, I guess. So I have that. And then next up we have Love and Gelato by Jenna Evans Welch, I believe that's how you say it. So we have this. I hear this is a great summer book, and it takes place in Italy. So yeah, it's just filled with like so much fun, and it's a little bit like a mystery too, so can't wait for that one. And then we have this one, It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. So this is just like an epitome of a summer book, I hear, and I hear it's really great, so I can't wait to dive in and read this. And then lastly, what we have physically here is The Spanish Love Deception by Elena Armas. And yeah, everyone loves this book, and I hear it's like a great summer read. So we have that one as well, and then you'll probably see them later on, but I have two more coming, Every Summer After and The Summer of Broken Dreams, or something like that. You'll see it later on in this video. But yeah, that is my reading list so far. I actually read two of the books already, which were these two, so I didn't really document me reading them. I read this one afternoon while I was doing laundry. The laundromat is behind my apartment building, so I just went there, did some laundry, and read like half this book, and then came home, finished folding my laundry, and finished the rest of the book. So yeah, I took one day to finish this. I loved it. You'll see my thoughts later on. The next day I read It Happened One Summer, and wow, I can see why this is so hyped up, so I'll give my thoughts on that as well. And I can't wait to get more of this done. So I thought I would do a mini book review for Love and Gelato by Jenna Evans Walsh. So this was such a cute book. As I said in the beginning, I finished it in one day, and I just devoured this. I love it. I gave it 5 stars because it was just so good. I think I did read the first chapter back in like, I don't remember, but I do remember reading like the first chapter, and I just never like finished it. It was on my old iPad. I didn't have like the physical copy, but this was so good. So the main character is Lena. So she goes to Italy and she discovers like her mom's journal, and there's like a whole mystery behind it. It's romance. It was so cute, and I love the premise of it. I think I gave it a 5 stars because I kind of related to Lena. So her mom passes away, and my mom passed away 2 years ago. My mom lived in Italy with my dad in like the 80s, before I was born, and they always talked about how much they loved living in Italy. My dad was in the Navy, and he got like stationed there, or whatever happened, and like they lived in Sicily, and it was just magical of them to go places, and they told me about all their stories. They even filmed a little bit of it, so I have like 80s home movies of my mom and dad like exploring Italy. And just, my mom didn't leave me a journal or anything like that, but just relating to Lena and her mom passing away, and like just seeing Italy and like experiencing that, I felt really like good for me to read this. I don't think I would have rated this very high back then if I didn't relate to it like now, but it was so cute. I loved this. I know there's a Netflix movie and I did watch the trailer, but it doesn't seem like it relates to this book, so I'm kind of disappointed. I don't want to watch the movie now because it feels like it doesn't capture the story really well, and the story was so good. So gave it a 5 stars. Truly love this book and you should definitely read it. I'm gonna go pick up Love and Luck and Love and Olives, so that is on my book wish list that I want to get. So yeah, that was my mini review. Let me go see if I can find It Happened One Summer. I think I left it in the living room and we can talk about that. I'm back and I got It Happened One Summer. I read this right after Love and Gelato and this was such a good book as well. I gave it a 4 stars. It wasn't quite 5 stars for me, but it definitely was worth the read. I really love Brandon, however you say the main character's name. And then I do love Piper's character. She was really fun, and I love the influencer turned whatever. She went to a small town and it was just such a fun read. Definitely more spicy than Love and Gelato, so definitely glad I didn't read this when I was in the laundromat. Yeah, I really enjoyed it though, and I did order the second book, Hook, Line, and Sinker, so that's coming in the mail. I'm not sure if I'm going to add this in this reading vlog. I might, but can't wait to read the second book of this because this one was really good. And now I want to check out more of Tessa Bailey's books. My mini book review about It Happened One Summer. Now I don't know what my next read is gonna be, but you'll find out shortly. Hello, let's read This Summer I Turned Pretty, shall we? But first, that's better. Hello, it's much later in the afternoon now, so I've just been here in bed reading this, and I think I'm on chapter 25, and I updated my Goodreads and it says I'm 57% through. So my thoughts so far, I don't know if I like this. It might be controversial. It's cute and everything, I'm enjoying it, but I feel like with the other books that I've read lately, I feel like this is a little bit childish. I mean, I understand it's YA. I shouldn't be questioning it, but I don't know. Everyone seems annoying. Hopefully it picks up. I'm almost done with this and then I'm gonna pick up the second book. But yeah, it's been quite cute. I do love the name Belly. That's really fun. So I think the book is okay. I'm gonna continue reading it and see what else my thoughts are, but so far it's an okay book, very YA, and yeah, I'm going to hopefully finish this today. Storyline is super cute. I'm really liking the aspect of her going to a beach house every summer with her mom and her brother, and then she meets up with her mom's best friend and her 2 sons. And I don't know if I'm team Conrad or team Jeremiah yet. I thought it would be a bigger storyline where she has to choose between the two. That's my thoughts about it, but honestly, there's nothing much left. You see that Conrad is a little bit jealous of her dating other people, and Jeremiah, I don't know what to think. He seems just like a cute, lovable guy, but yeah, so far it's pretty good. I expected a little bit more to like this, as I said, but I'm gonna continue on reading. I'm probably gonna finish this today and then move on to the second book. And yeah, those are my thoughts so far. Not too much to report back. So far I know what I'm gonna rate this unless it changes 25 chapters onwards. But yeah, I'm just going to lay down, enjoy the nice breeze coming from my window, and finish reading this book. Hello, so it is the next day. I ended up finishing the book, The Summer I Turned Pretty. I gave it a 3-star rating. it wasn't too entertaining for me. I think I did read this a long time ago, so probably liked it a lot better back then when I was like a teen, but now it was okay. I read it, and then I read the It's Not Summer Without You. So mine is badly printed, so I had to read this on my iPad because it's just like so like messed up. Like the chapters aren't all in here, so I got confused when I read it. I'm like, what's going on? Why don't I understand anything in this book? It's because all the chapters are like in a different order, and I bought it in a box set, so I can't like return the individual books. So I read it on my iPad, and yeah, I gave this one a 3 stars as well. I don't know if I'm enjoying the series. I am going to read the last book now, so we'll always have summer, so hopefully I like it. It's taken me a little while to get through 2 days to read these books, but I'm going to finish this afternoon while I have some cereal. I have like my cereal bowl right here, so going to enjoy that, and then I'll come back with a final review of the trilogy and my thoughts about each one. Hello, so it's much later now. I've just spent the day reading and the sun's almost gone, which is sad, but finished Will Always Have Summer, and I gave this 4 stars. I like this one the best out of all of them. I love the conflict. I love what happened in the story, so that was good, and I'm definitely Team Conrad. Definitely now. I was iffy in the beginning. Definitely Team Conrad now, and I can't wait to watch the show. Maybe I'll do that this evening so I can compare. I hear that it is a lot better than the book, so yeah, I pretty much enjoyed reading it. It wasn't like my cup of tea. The first book wasn't. I hate to say that, but it wasn't. But I did like the last book, so yeah, that is the Summer I Turned Pretty trilogy. Now I have more summer books to read. I don't know what my next read is, but you'll probably see it now. Hello, so it's mini book review time, and I am going to be reviewing The Roughest Draft by Emily Wibberley and Austin Sigmund Broca. So this was my next read, and I highly enjoyed this one because I gave it a 5 star. I did love Beach Read, and I picked this up because everyone was saying it reads like Beach Read. No, it kind of doesn't. It's like similar but not entirely like the same. It had its own like storyline, and it's more angsty, and like will they or will they not get together. Unlike Beach Read, you could tell that they were gonna end up together. This one I wasn't sure if they were like going to end up together because there were so many forces like not pulling them together, but it was really cute. So it's about a writing duo, and they go to a beach house in Florida. I've never been to Florida, but I could like imagine the setting. I don't even know how. The writing was that good, I guess, that I could like see they were in like a coastal beach town in Florida, and like they were writing their book, and it was just so good. I loved it. There was a lot of good lines in here, and I ended up like putting clear sticky notes and like annotating my favorite ones. You probably saw in like the preview, I can like add a few overlay clips of like the quotes that I loved, and it was just such a good book. Like this was so good. I know what I'm going to pick up next, but I don't know if it's gonna live up to this. So the next book that I am going to be reading is The Spanish Love Deception. Finally going to pick that up and read it and see what my thoughts are. I've been putting it off, but yeah, I'm going to do that next. But I had to give my book review about this because it was so good. I highly recommend you pick this one up. Hello, it's time for another book review. So I've been trying to do the book reviews like a day or two after that I read the book. So this time we're going to do The Spanish Love Deception. So yeah, I finally read this book after so long. I bought this last year and I just never got around to it. I heard really good things about it, and then later on I heard not so good things about it. It was very hyped up. I gave into the hype, and then when I actually had it, I didn't pick it up until like a few days ago. So yeah, this is The Spanish Love Deception by Elena Armas, and I know she's coming out with another book, so I'll have to pick that one up later on. But yeah, I can see the hype of this. I gave it a 4 stars, maybe 4.5. There was some parts where I'm like a little bored and like it dragged on, and Lena was a little bit annoying, but yeah, I think that was just her character. But I did like the premise of it, and I have family back home in the Philippines, so this would be fun to do in like real life. Find a fake boyfriend, take it to like a cousin's wedding and like do that whole thing. I could totally see myself doing that, and like I imagine myself as Lena a little bit, and like taking a fake boyfriend to my family and then falling in love. That would be a cute story. I did have a cousin who recently got married. I missed the opportunity. But I see the hype about Aaron Blackford. I'm lining up to be one of his girlfriends as well. I loved him. He was such a good book boyfriend. I can see why a lot of people love him, because he's just such a good guy. Yeah, read it, loved it. 4.5 stars for me. Hello, it is book review time. I have no idea what number book we are on, but I read Float by Kate Marchand, I believe is how you say that. And I went back into my Wattpad library and I did mark this as read back when it was published on Wattpad. So I was in, I don't know, first year college, maybe second year when I read this, or like a few of the chapters, I guess. I'm not sure. The ending doesn't sound familiar, so maybe she didn't finish it. It was like a complete, like incomplete work when I read it. But I do remember like the first and second chapter being like similar, or read a book similar. I don't know, but this was a pretty good book. As I said, it's from Wattpad. That's really cool, and yeah, I really liked the story. It was very YA and just a quick short summer read. I read this in like an afternoon. It was that quick for me. I just sped through this one. Definitely gave it a 4 star, I believe, maybe 3.5. I don't really remember. I enjoyed this, and it was a cute story. I love the cover, so that's all I have to say about this one. Hello, it's book review time, and we are going to talk about this one now, The Summer of Broken Rules by K.L. Walther. I love this one. This was so good. I gave it a 4 star, but there's just the story of this was so good, and the characters are so fun. And I've never heard of the game Assassin before, so I had to Google that. I've never played it or never heard of it or anything, but yeah, that was so fun, and I love the setting. I've only heard of Martha's Vineyard, I think, in movies or TV shows. Was it in Gilmore Girls? Or I think, I'm not really entirely sure. But yeah, I love this. The family dynamic, that is so cool. My family doesn't really like get along. So this was nice seeing like the family get along and go to the island every year. It is a little sad because her sister passes away, and it has like the grief of that, but I understand grief. Been going through it. So yeah, this was such a good book, and it had so many Taylor Swift references to it, so I listened to Lover while like reading this, and it just made it even better. I just loved that the author loves Taylor Swift too, and like mentioned a lot of it, and I just enjoyed that aspect of it. And look at how cute that cover is, just so nice, and had some pretty good moments in it. Love the two main characters, how their story played out. And when I first initially got like into this, I really thought they were like adults, but they were only like college students, like going to college, so that kind of shocked me. Like I was expecting it to be like older and like not YA, but I enjoyed this. I wish I could like have read this while on vacation instead of here in my room, because this was like perfect for that. So yeah, gave it 4 stars. Love this book, And now I'm moving on to my next read. I think it might be Every Summer After. I just pulled it out of my bookcase, so I think this one is next. Oh, me again for book review time. This time I read Every Summer After by Carly Fortune, and this was quite cute. I really love this. It was quite a short read for me. Read it in a single afternoon technically, and then I finished it like at night, but I really enjoyed this. I love the, like, you can see the point of view of Percy from like before and then after. That's why it says Every Summer After, I guess. But it was so cute and I loved it. I heard it's very similar to Love in Other Words, and I have that on my TBR. I might get to it and maybe a few days. I don't know. I have one more book. The Hook, Line, and Sinker book just came in a few hours ago, so hopefully I'm gonna get that started. I do love the main character's name, Persephone, I guess. I really can't really say it. I don't know how to say it correctly, and I know it's like mythology and I heard it before and I always thought it was a cool name, but thankfully they go by Percy, so yeah, so it was easier for me to just say that in my head. But I really liked the childhood, like, summer romance of these two. It reminded me of like one summer I had like back when I was like 12 years old or whatever, like probably like the same age as like they were when they met. I met a boy at a trailer park and we had a little summer romance, and yeah, it reminded me of that and what could have been if we stayed in touch like they did. And then yeah, there was a falling out and all that. Gave this a 4 stars. It was pretty good. I did not see the twist of why they didn't. A lot of people predicted it. I didn't. I kind of guessed it right before it was revealed. I'm not spoiling it or anything. Hopefully that's not a spoiler, but yeah, it was pretty good. The ending is what I didn't like about it. That's why I didn't give it a 5 stars. Up until like that point, I'm like, oh, like I know it had to have conflict and all that. I just didn't like how the plot twist happened and the ending happened. Other than that, like after that point, pretty good book. Hello, it is maybe the final day of my summer reading vlog. It's technically the middle of September as I'm filming this, so fall is like a few days away, but I've been reading since July, all these summer books, and I finally finished the last one on like my summer TBR, and I'll do like a whole wrap up later before I get into like all of that. Let's do my review of Hook, Line, and Sinker. So I managed to get it done in this vlog and share my thoughts with you. I'm glad that this was my last like summer read, like to complete all the books that I read over the summer. This was the perfect like ender, I guess. I gave this a 4 star, and I hate to say it, but I kind of like this one more than It Happened One Summer. Like, I just loved Fox and Hannah. It was friends to lovers, and I just loved her obsession with vinyls because I have an obsession with vinyls. I have my record player going over there. I turned it off because I need to film this, but this was such a good book, and I loved like the dynamic between them. And I love that you could see like Piper and Brendan in this a little bit, but it wasn't like too much like of them in it. You just saw little glimpses of them, which I like when they do that. I love how driven Hannah is and like her character, and she's a lot like different to Piper, and I just loved her drive and just how she got things done and wanted to pursue her dreams. And it was such a good book. I loved it. Such a good storyline, and yeah, I did enjoy it more than It Happened One Summer. I probably would give this like 4.5, and yes, again, it was spicy. I guess not as spicy as It Happened One Summer, I don't think. Like, this was, but I feel like that one was a little bit more intense than this, so yeah. Ow. I did enjoy this book. highly recommend. And I think I am going to wrap this vlog up. I think I'm going to stop it for now and then film the outro tomorrow and put on makeup, do my hair, all that fun stuff, because I've been doing these like book reviews, just my thoughts and like talking to a friend, that kind of thing. But we'll do like a wrap up in a minute. And just like that, it is the next day and I got ready, did my makeup and hair, and we can finish off my summer reading vlog slash book review, I guess. I have all of the books here beside me. I read 11 books this summer and I accomplished my summer reading TBR, which is great. I didn't think I would get there, but I did. And I did a pretty good job. I had, I think, 2, whoopsies, everything's falling. I had 2 5-star reads, 6 4-star reads, and 2 3-star reads. I read 1 book series. I read 4 standalones, 1 book from a trilogy, and a duo. I would say my summer reading vlog was a success and I enjoyed every single one of them, and I hope you enjoyed reading along with me. And there you have it. That concludes my summer reading vlog. I hope you enjoyed. There will be more to come. I'm planning a sad fall reading vlog as well as a spooky one for spooky season coming out, so stay tuned for that. I will link everything that I mentioned down below in the description, all the books, anything else, plus my social medias if you want to follow me elsewhere, like TikTok and Instagram, because I use those a lot too. And there you have it. That is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching. Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye everyone!